Hi, good evening, everybody. So, uh, I've been involved with the Gujarat tourism for almost 6, 7 years, all the films, whenever it started. Um, yes, before I went there, I mean, I had no idea of what Gujarat was because I've never been there. And even I was uh, asked by Mr. Bachchan ki you have to shoot this. It was normally orders. So I had to tell him, okay, fine. But I was thinking, what will I shoot in Gujarat? What is there? So that was going in my mind. Then my production team and my assistants went there, and then it really opened my eyes. I mean, Gujarat has got uh, some of the best untouched beaches, uh, some beautiful jungles and forests where you find deer. There is a Chota Run of Kutch where a couple of films were shot, and uh, in the winters, during winters, I think there are a huge amount of wildlife photographers who go there. And when I went there, I saw at least a lack of pelican. Yeah, pelicans, right? They were there.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Chota Run. Almost a lakh, the counting was. And that's of pelican there. And then, yeah, then there are wild ass, which normally is not, we don't consider as beautiful, but wild ass of Gujarat are really beautiful. So, and so the locations in terms of Gujarat connectivity, yes, number one is very um, absolutely connected all over. You can reach 5 hours, 6 hours. We kept our destination in Ahmedabad, and from there we always traveled. But when we were shooting in difficult locations like Gir, um, then Run of Kutch, so we put up some tents for Mr. Bachchan, and somewhere government, obviously guest house he was. So in terms of permissions, we didn't had any problem. You could see that in what simple, easy way we have shot there. We used to stay there almost like a feature film period, almost 25 days, 30 days at a stretch. All the actors who were some are dancers and all are local. Who were the bystanders, extras you see in those films, they were all from Gujarat. So my team, we did a recce of all the locations. We did Rajasthan highway roads, we did UP, we did Hyderabad, we did Kolkata around, but we wanted a stretch of say
So,
50 kilometers
so that
almost.
means before coming to Gujarat, you've been to many
Yes,
places,
we went to many
and
places,
finally
yeah.
you came to Gujarat.
Yes.
And
So we wanted a stretch of 50 kilometers.
yeah,
So so before and I thought, and I just occurred while we were figuring out our production for Piku, that I have traveled in Gujarat. So immediately I called up and we sent an application that we want to shoot.
yeah.
And my application, obviously, it didn't take more than 2 days also. So they said, okay, most welcome. So we came there. And let me tell you, I had a 50-kilometer stretch of highway just to myself without even disturbing the main traffic there. It's not easy to block a 50 kilometers of an highway. That's where the entire film was shot, with different terrains, with a river, with trains, and with farmlands and everything else. So it was that simple and easy for us to shoot there. With three of them in the vehicle, it was a very difficult shoot. So just a glimpse I'll play of the highways that we shot there. So we have that clip, I think, yeah, play that. Okay, let's move now. नहीं वो रखा होगा मतलब ड्राइवर रखा होगा
I have a question over here. Like this was about actual shooting experience, but I'd like to inform the audience about how was your experience while dealing with government, state government, for the permissions and all that.
It's a good thing about the Gujarat is that it's actually a one window clearance. So when we were, one letter does most of your job. So they have one format and one, obviously, one open letter, what you actually want to do it. So I think, so that's enough to move into the tourism department, and then they automatically take over. Many of my friends I have suggested, they have gone there and shot there. Sahib Bibi and Gangster, right? Sahib Bibi and
Yes,
Gangster were
yes,
shot there also.
it was shot.
Tishu, my friend, he went
Mm.
there and shot the film. So like that, yeah.
So thank
Should
you
we
very
open
much
it
for
for
that. And
questions,
along
or-
with Sujit, I would like to invite all other filmmakers who are present over here. They are also most welcome to Gujarat. Once again, on behalf of State Tourism Department, I would like to invite all the filmmakers for good experience in Gujarat. Thank you very much.
We'll just open,
Yeah.
if there is anybody in the audience who wants to ask questions, now is the time. Thank you.
My question's for Shujit. What are the three things that you probably should not do or not indulge in when you're shooting in another state, especially with respect to tourism or protection of wildlife and things like that?
Obviously, there are rules and regulations by the, like for example, when you're in forests, I mean, you have to be very careful with the fire that you're using and the time of your shoot. There is a stipulated time where the forest is, like when we were shooting in Veladwar,
Vedavadar.
Velavadar.
Yeah.
It's like in the middle of Gujarat, you will find you've just been in African country, you're just somewhere in Africa, the deers are just moving out. It's so pretty. That film should be soon on air. So you have to be very careful about that. Local people, don't fight with them. Yeah. Yeah, so that's a second very important thing that you have to be careful. And I think it's the clarity that you give it to the government and the departments. If you tell the police department, okay, we are shooting in this place from this time, if is as much pre-production is done, I think it's easy to shoot for yourself. Because if you are not clear, and then on the shoot you're deciding, okay, now my camera will see there, now my camera will see there, sometimes it becomes little tough for the authorities to, okay, clear the place for you and shoot, in case you're building up a setup, so it takes a little time there. But otherwise, no. Otherwise, I think you have to just go by the rules, maintain your schedule that you have given it to the government. In archaeological, places where, architectures that you have to be very, very careful, there are also rules laid by them that what you can touch, where you can light up, what kind of lights will go in when you're taking your lights. You have protection that does not scratch the, the floor, or so those small things. Those guidelines are already there, and we as filmmakers, we definitely take care of that. And finally is obviously the ecosystem, where to keep it clean and hygienic, and not to use plastics and throw away, clean the shooting location when you leave. Most of the problem that we face, and in most of the states, they don't allow, is that cleaning of the system, after the shoot. Lot many places, shooting people just leave it the way it is. So now we are very, very particular, even the production houses, that okay, we clean and keep it safe.
It's
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Shujit.
Thank you.
Oh.